Hello, everyone. I wanted to share my thoughts on Wuthering Waves 3.1 story. And I don't know, just kind of look back on it and, kind of speculate what's coming on ahead. First and foremost, I think the voice actors did a wonderful job. Every bit of voice work, the acting, every single part of it in Japanese, English, every single one of the voices had done an incredible job at this. And I just want to point those out. Because I wouldn't say stickler, but I usually, that's not true. I was going to say I'm usually of the mind of that Japanese voice acting is usually better, but in this case, they're equally good. So you can enjoy either one. Whichever one you pick is perfectly fine. And I would say, even in some cases, that the English voice acting was in some points better. But Amith and everything happening, it was pretty insane, because I'm like, I have a hard time focusing on like the story elements and stuff. Like, I enjoy them and everything, but a lot of times I'm usually distracted, not paying attention to the story. This time the story had me pretty hooked. But that's been the case throughout my entire playthrough of Wuwa, though. Like, there's been times where the story has kind of fallen short, and I just haven't been interested in it, or something like that. But I think that's just because, like, Wuwa fell into that trap of gacha game story where it was kind of episodical a little bit, where each update was just like a story contained in itself, and then we just move on from it. Like, the ending of Renacida was cool to see everybody show up and everything, but each individual patch before that was kind of just like a story contained in itself. Well, there were interesting parts to it, don't get me wrong. There's, it can feel kind of samey, as like what would make the story different from Wuwa's competitors, you know what I mean? But ultimately, that was, initially, that wasn't the case for me for like the story. Like, there's cinematography in Wuwa is a lot better than the other games. Like, their use of camera angles and facial expressions and stuff like that is a lot better and way more engaging than other stories. So, like, that's where they kind of stand out for me. But like, other than that, like, the story itself, like, wasn't like super unique up until now. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like, I didn't feel like I could recommend Wuwa over any other gacha game up until now. I still probably wouldn't, I don't know. I would probably mention it to friends and be like, hey, if you're curious, check it out. Or if you don't really want to play the game, go watch the stream. And, you know, watch the story from there. That's a valid way to experience the game as well. If you don't really want to go through the grind of leveling up characters and whatnot. But, man, like, there's so many theories and stuff going around about how the story is gonna roll out. But, like, I'm so glad that they, like, committed to a story like this. Because legitimately the last time I got, like, this invested into, like, a story in a gacha game was when we first set foot on Penacony and Honkai Star Rail. I was super invested in the Penacony. And I think, like, you know, the rest of people who were playing gacha games at the time were also super invested in it. But, the whole, I really hope they continue this kind of trend. Like, even if it's just per, like, area, I want them to do, like, a story like this more often, where that's, you know, everything will be connected probably towards the end. Which, you know, it was kind of the case in Renacida, but, you know, like I said, a lot of them were more, like, encapsulated in their own patch, basically. But I'm real excited to see what comes next, if some of the theories are right. Like, I kind of believe in the theory that Chisa's is going to play a really big role in going up against Aleph 1 and getting Ameth back. But, I'm so excited for what they have in store. Plus, like, all the music was so good. Like, it really made, like, every single scene feel so impactful. Oh man, like, I'm this is like pure me hoping, pure copium, that, like, at some point in the story, please, Kuro Games, let us pilot the Exo Strider. The thing is too cool and too cool looking for us to not be able to use it at some point. Like, even if it's just a story mission, I want that so bad. And, like, I think that's what they're building up to, though. Because I could imagine, like, I don't know, maybe 3.4, 3.5-ish will probably be, like, might be the, like, the ending to the whole Ameth saga and all that kind of story. Maybe, I'm not really sure. Obviously that's probably not correct. Don't take me, I don't really know. But man, it was so good. And I love it when They I love it when they do crazy stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but like, but man, I like every time I hear the last song, what was it called? It's over. It's in the jukebox thing over here. This one, Voyaging Stars Feel Well, and this one, Eternal Days Dream by the Star. Every time I hear these two songs, like I immediately feel depressed. Because I've went and watched like some reactions to it so far, not, you know, every single one, but man. Like, and it, like, they made it somewhat complicated, but also like they explained it well enough. They explained everything in the story well enough for you to understand it. They didn't belittle the audience in thinking that you needed your hand to be held for the story. And I really appreciate, you know, that I don't know, like I just appreciate this game, man. It's really fun. The the combat's fun. Even though I'm bad at it. The characters are cute and cool and really fun to use. There are some that are a little clunky from the beginning of the game. They might need a rework in the future at some point because they kind of still feel a little lackluster comparatively to the newer characters, but if they I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. I get real excited when new and interesting things are happening in a game that I like. But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for me. Because I just wanted to talk about the game, gush about the game. I didn't want to spoil a ton in this. I guess I'll give it a rating. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's not to say that I was unsatisfied in any way. You know, I could give it a 10 out of 10. But I feel like a 10 out of 10 would be giving it a 10 out of 10 means like the game in itself is perfect. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of faults in gacha games in general. But that being said, it's still fun. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep enjoying it regardless. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, try hitting the subscribe button and also the like button. Because, yeah. Also, this isn't edited. I didn't edit at anything at any point. As you could probably plainly tell, because I don't have any editing software downloaded in my computer. I think I have DaVinci Resolve somewhere. I don't know where it is. Maybe. I'm not really sure. But, I just wanted to give my thoughts on 3.1. This is the first time I've felt so strongly about something that I wanted to give my thoughts on directly. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.